A lot of you guys know that Algorand hired a new CTO, and the new CTO, Nick Bougalis, was an OG of the XRP chain. His hiring prompted the just retired XRP engineer, head of XRP engineering, to give a big shout out to the Algorand Foundation for hiring him. And Nick was someone that I named when I did my debunking of the ISO 20022 narrative. He was one of the people from XRP saying, hey, that whole ISO 20022 compliant thing, not actually a thing. And it isn't. He's right. Well, the Algorand community, as you may expect, has like fully embraced Nick, and we're going to share some of those reactions right now. And by the way, that includes a video. This is a clip from the Verifiably Random podcast, which is Algorand's native podcast. And they've been like scrambling to get these things out. Like, it's hard to keep up. I haven't even heard this one yet. I haven't heard the one before it yet because I just haven't gotten to it because I always got a ton of podcasts to listen to. But let's see what Nick had to say to Mark, who, by the way, just responded to me on something I wrote earlier on X. But let's give a listen.
The challenges that the Algorand in particular faces, whatever those might be, right? So that's my first priority. Very recently, we announced the roadmap. I think you were on that call, where you were discussing the new roadmap, and I think I'm incredibly excited about the things that you discussed, and I'm looking forward to kind of pitching in and trying to help, build, on our way to that roadmap. So my goal for the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks, is to listen, and after that to start contributing more actively and engaging and being more involved on the day-to-day. Broadly, the way I look at it is the foundation has multiple roles. I think that, within our ambit should be to shepherd the ecosystem broadly, right? Support things that need support, provide the framework for the community to contribute and build, right? Empower the community in any way that we can, and just make sure that the space is growing and that Algorand can have a consistent and thoughtful representation. Yeah. The challenges.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot I muted it to drink. Sorry. We're back. So I think what Nick is doing here is really smart. I think he's I think sitting back and watching and taking it all in is really smart, and just start looking for those things that you can improve on. Like I said, he's filling some really big shoes right now. But this is John Allen Woods did some amazing things. He did AlgoKit. He did what else did he do? Native Python programming, really built out some technical stuff. The staking rewards, that was his doing. So huge stuff, huge accomplishments for John Allen Woods. But now we got Nick Bougalis, an OG from the XRP community, and I think it's wonderful. So guys, thanks for pointing out the audio. I totally missed that. Oops. But thanks for, I muted it to take a drink and I forgot. That's why I don't like to mute my audio. I think maybe I'll just step away next time and do it that way. I think that would be better than having muted audio for sure. So of course, there's already a Nick coin. Let's, because of course there is. People already made a Nick Bougalis coin. I mean, instantly. It pretty much popped up overnight, which probably surprises nobody. But yep, welcome to. No, I want English. Thank you. I don't even know how I did that. And already looking like the typical ASA pattern, up and down. Guys, if you want to play around with this stuff, that's fine, but don't treat these like serious investments. These little meme coins, they're just fun. Anyway, I'm really excited about this guy. I think he's going to do great stuff. You know, meanwhile, week two comes to a close, they said, let's look at week one on Algorand. They had 287,418 on-chain transactions. Total opted-in wallets, 34,646, and 4,215 badges claimed. I think this is awesome. What I don't understand is, did this really bring in a lot of new people? Was that I know they wanted to focus on Web3 people, but I kind of wonder if they really reached the Web3 community too much. I'd be really curious about how many new people came on from other chains or whatever. I'm just not sure that really happened. Let's see. Cloudy Vibe says he didn't like that. Yeah, he had a very nuanced. Let's see that actually. Hold on. Is it really that hard to find? You wouldn't think this would be that hard to find. So someone said, oh wait, that was something different. He did say, I've been running an Algorand validator for the last few days. It's been a pretty smooth experience. Time to set up archival node history. Oh, I thought I had posted something about his. Oh, maybe not. I thought he had posted something about his coin. It must have been in the replies somewhere, which means I probably, well, let me see. Maybe I can find it under replies. I left Dripple 3 years ago. Maybe, gosh, I thought I could. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. He did respond to that though. I thought it was interesting, but let's go back to nope. Still gotta go back further. Anyway, so that was my thoughts on the Algorand thing. Interesting. We got some new updates for Para too, which is pretty interesting. Green Blue says unlock all the challenges. Yeah, I'm not doing the alpha one though. I wasn't wild about it. Simon says I liked his response to some of the more opinionated individuals. I think he's been very measured, but also like he's not afraid to speak his mind either. I kind of like that. Someone from Solana is giving me rocket boom stuff, whatever. Cool, I guess. Unlock all the duck or D3UC3, but also a .algo guy. Okay, cool. Kind of a crossover there. I like it. Anyway, new Android Para Wallet update is here in version 6.2. This update brings a major update to our in-app swap, including redesigned interface, streamlined flows, smart defaults for a smoother swap experience, fiat inputs, enter inputs in fiat by default for easier calculations. I think that's a pretty big deal. I kind of hate when they do it the other way. Swap history and top pairs, view your recent swaps or trading pairs at a glance, flexible routing options, automatically get the best rates or manually select your preferred router, and now rolling out on the Play Store. Download now. Just the Play Store? Is it not in the iOS as well? That's kind of weird, huh? Yeah, I think they're always improving, and I like that they're always putting work into this stuff. I think that's really big. Green Blue says, I contribute to Algo's fall to relentless selling with zero regard for the chart. Elon just showed how to protect the bullish bearish chart. When spin game back? Yeah, that was fun. I do miss the spin game. I made a couple of cents or whatever it was they were giving out. I thought this was just kind of cool. I just thought this was neat. This is like the chart of all the Algorand Algorand referrals. That's that's just kind of cool. I can't look at it and like totally understand what I'm looking at, but I just thought that was kind of neat. That's all. Oh, and then this one I thought was really neat. So I just want to take a quick look at this. I actually had a tweet thread, but I'm going to stick that I wrote, but I'm going to stick with Alex at France.algo, saying Algorand will be integrated into Allbridge, part of Circle's Alliance program, enabling native stablecoin bridging and seamless liquidity flow from EVM chains into the Algorand ecosystem. Transferring USDC from ETH to Algo will be easier than ever. Really excited to see more interoperability integrations. This is exactly what we need to bring more liquidity on chain. And he was reacting to Algorand Foundation's tweet here. But I really liked the way he explained it. I thought he got to the heart of it. Big W for Algo. I agree. And, he got some pretty good views on that. I think that's great. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to share on that. I just think that's a great, the more at this point, like you really need cross-chain liquidity for sure. Will be integrated, announcement of an announcement. Well, I mean, the will be it's apparently coming in Q4 of 2025. So that's, anytime between now and Christmas, I guess, right? Or New Year's, I guess, New Year's Eve. I think it's okay to say, hey, this is coming in this quarter. If they said if it was indefinite, I might agree with you on that. But I see your point for sure. Cassie giving a hello. What's up, Cassie? Sean Sogel saying you like those apples. How about them apples? Bring back the counter, says Green Blue Algo. Well, as I think we're gonna have a good week for Algorand. So we've got a lot of good news on the Algorand front, and now it's nice to see all this. Activity. Like I said, my one thing with Algorand is I'd really love to see how many people this is bringing over versus people that just are just from the Algorand community completing these challenges. But I haven't really heard them talk about the marketing side, like what they're doing to bring people from other chains. They did say that, they really were targeting Web3 users, not like normies, so to speak. I hate using those terms, but you get what I'm saying. I think that's all our Algorand news. So thanks so much for watching the Algorand stuff. I do have an Ondo segment we're going to go through next, so we'll get to that. I'm going to take a little break. And I think while we're waiting, I just want to see who's leading the charts. And I mean your charts. Green Blue Algo with 125 experience points. You are leading the chart on the top fans, followed by Cloudy Vibes at number 2 and Simon at number 3. Oh, Cloudy says I won 250 Algo giveaway from Foundation for week 1. Nice. Simon says I see ads for Algorand on Reddit, Facebook, and also on my local online news sites. Nice. Okay. I like that. Green Blue says, well, I hadn't ventured over to Alpha, but I consider myself a big Algo user, for example. Simon says, congrats on the 250. I say that as well.